Hey guys, welcome to the Enlightened Logger channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out. This channel is dedicated to healing through hard work. We'll talk about everything from addiction to zeal for the outdoors. I tell people that I don't know how to act without a chainsaw in hand, so you've been warned. Let's get to it. Hey guys, Enlightened Logger here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's kind of a dreary, rainy day. So we're going to take and do some service on the New Holland. Got a TN70, 2000 model year, and this thing is worked hard. I use it every day for logs, loading coal, all kinds of stuff. As you can see, there's mud all over the tires, all over the axles, so we've got to clean it up a little bit. Going to do engine oil and filter, hydraulic fluid and filter, and then also the fuel filter as well. I'm going to go through and grease all the points on it and get it ready to go because I got the next couple weeks are going to be really busy as we wrap up heating season here, and I got a lot of customers loading up for next year already. Got some big orders to fill, so let's get to it. Like that. Will not.
I don't know if I have anything more shallow or not.
And no, I'm not wearing gloves because it's dirty. I absolutely hate wearing gloves. I'm wearing gloves because my hands get cold so easy because I got frostbite a couple years ago. And now I'm super sensitive to the cold. So yes, I'm a candy ass, I will admit it. I'm wearing gloves right now. Even though it's, 40 degrees out. But this metal doesn't know that it's 40 degrees out. Sure, just take the lid off, the camera guy says. That's no big deal. It's one of those things sometimes you think it's faster to walk to the internet, you know what I mean? Just always gotta do things the friggin' hard way. So, moral of the story is, if you guys want to know how to do something the hard way, just follow Enlightened Logger around for a while. Because I don't have an Allen head big enough for this drain plug, I use my pliers here. Because prior to owning like this tractor, my skidder, stuff like that, I didn't have any tools to work on anything big. It's all small stuff. I do the occasional stuff on a car, truck, or whatever around the house, but never really had any need for bigger stuff. But you look at the size of that Allen head and that drain plug, that's not something you got laying around your house. Some guys hit these with RTV going back in. You can see the old RTV on here. I don't know. I mean, if you got the crush gasket, that's the way to put them back together. my thought was it's always such low amount of pressure. As long as they're snugged up pretty good, they're not gonna go anywhere. You know, just keep an eye on it. As you could see, that oil is black as tar. Some of that's the fact that it's a diesel engine, some of it's the fact it's been a while. I can't remember, I want to say it's been probably, I don't know, 300 hours, 400 hours or so since I've done an oil change on this. I like to try and do it in the warmer weather, just because, again, I've come back to my previous statement about being a candy ass and having cold hands. But you know, I've had good luck in the past running stuff where you do like spring and fall, depending on how many hours you got on it in the summer, and then you can avoid the winter changes up here, because I haven't had a heated garage of any size for a while, so that makes a big difference. You know, I don't like being out here on cold concrete as it is, but then you add in the fact it's, you know, 20 degrees outside or colder. Everything in here is cold, everything you touch is cold. It takes a while for the engine oil to heat up. You know, just a lot of factors, so. We're gonna let that drain. While we're doing that, we're gonna go get my oil filter wrench here and loosen that baby up. I'm asking you a question.
Oh, okay.
You personally, how long do you let, I mean, when
That
you get to that point?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you can, like, this is where my oil change thing, you stick it down the dipstick tube and it'll suck that last ½ inch, ½ inch out of the pan.
Okay.
Because you got to figure, whatever your threads stick up in the pan is always stuck in there.
Okay, we're golden. Alright, so just throwing this drain plug back in. Same thing, because I've got to use these. There's absolutely no reason, in my opinion, to crank it down super tight. We're not talking about lug nuts on a, you know, on a tire of your truck that's doing towing, and you know, your safety and other people's safety are at stake here. Just keep an eye on it. If you see a little drip, tighten it up some, but I don't see any need to go too crazy with it. That. Just crank it back over, but I don't know, is that right? Because it's going to want to go that way. Maybe that's it there. I just hold the strap and hopefully it bites, I guess. I mean, is that the theory? Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. So I've learned from experience that because of the fact that these guys are such low pressure, you don't really need to crank them down, you know. I used to have guys that I worked with in the shop that would just about scream about that when the previous tech would reef on them and make it so that you could hardly get the filter off. You know, there's absolutely no reason to tighten a filter that much. Where's it gonna go? You know what I mean? Got a big fat rubber gasket on there that bites to that metal when you snug it up. There's, in my opinion, there's absolutely no reason to reef them down. You can see how dark that stuff is. This is pretty grubby. Definitely needs some attention, that's for sure. So we're gonna take and put this drain plug back in, because as you can see, it's down to a pretty slow drip at this point. Not really much of anything left in there. All right guys, back with you. I added the oil, the new oil in, started it, ran it, double checked it, made sure the level was good. That's all set. I don't see any leaks or anything. I also noticed that my reservoir for the coolant was a little low, so I topped that guy off. Now I'm gonna start it, bounce over to the other side and do that fuel filter real quick, and then we're gonna jump to the back, and you're gonna see a wicked mess back there because we're gonna drain the hydraulic fluid out of it. And I think it's 38 quarts, and I don't have a drain pan anywhere near big enough for that, so we're gonna have to drain some, move a bucket in, move a bucket out, all that nonsense. So we'll be back with you here in just a minute.